lot of men on this planet are yearning and searching for purpose. And what I've found is a lot of these men are searching for purpose outside of themselves. I was one of these men who was always thinking that my purpose was like an accomplishment or an achievement. But what I'm now led to believe and what I've discovered is that your purpose is your reason to exist. Now, what I've also unraveled over the past 5 years is that your purpose navigates and shifts and moves as you navigate through life. Now, there's also different aspects to your purpose. I know I've got 3 young kids. I've got a beautiful fiance. We're getting married in November. And so they are my really big purpose. They're a reason why I exist. They're also my why. My why is that thing that gets me out of bed. That why is what drives me to also then fulfill and endure and go about my life's purpose. And so it's only been recently that I've really nutted out like my life's purpose. So my life's purpose is to activate a generation of men. Now, when I teach purpose to individuals, my clients, people that I coach, our purpose is within us. It's an essence of, it's who you are. It's your innate nature as an individual. Now, our soul's purpose, 7.7 billion souls on this planet, your soul's purpose, every soul's purpose, is to live its fullest expression. So that's why that a purpose is not outside of us. If your soul's purpose is to live its fullest expression, that means there should be 7.7 billion souls on this planet just living life to its fullest. Yet we're not. And why is that? Why is each soul, why is not every individual living its fullest expression? Because of fear, the mind chatter, the ego, all of this stuff that is holding us back, these limiting beliefs that stops us, these fears that stop us from living that fullest expression of yourself. Now, when I look at that activating a generation of men, the word activate, it really triggered me a lot because I had a beautiful mentor of mine. You may know him, his name is Preston Smiles. And he was my very first ever mentor. And then we became very close. We created Conscious Man Brotherhood together with 9 other gentlemen. And within like 4 years, I was by his side. Every single week we'd have a team call, Zoom call, and we did workshops together and ran online programs together. So this man was my mentor, and I've seen what he's done on this planet. And he's traveled the world running workshops and retreats with his partner, Lexi Panos. And what I saw was people would go to their events and they would leave changed, they would leave activated. So I always see Preston was activating all of these people in Australia, in America, in London. And then I had this beautiful gentleman, Brother Dan Poro. Him and I started collaborating together and running some breath and sound journeys. And Dan came onto the 3-day Blake's Bench retreat, became one of the main facilitators for about 18 months. And Dan used to say to me that I was activating people, but I kept dismissing it. I kept saying like, oh no, that's what Preston does. Preston does that. And I wasn't embodying, I wasn't allowing that compliment to really land. Now, through the past 12 months, what I've realized is that real leaders create leaders, they don't create followers. And so what Preston did for me was like, he activated me. And it's my privilege to continually to do that. And so real leaders created a leader. And so now I look at myself as like, I can say that I'm here to activate a generation of men. Now with this innate nature, when I say activate a generation of men, the word activate, it is pretty broad. And that is this beautiful essence with your purpose because of your innate wisdom. So when I teach this to my clients is you are always on purpose, always. Always, every situation that you go into, every opportunity you go into in your life, you are going to do that with that innate wisdom that flows through you. That purpose that you have. Now that activating a generation of men, an example of this is today, little Breathy, it was having a hard time before kindy, so I just took him to the court and we just shot some hoops. I got a chain net there, and the chain net had half come off. And so we're playing and it just wasn't the same hearing the swish. Just me saying to him, hey, let's fix this net, activated. He started looking for solutions to problem solve. Like, how can we get from here higher? And there was nothing around. And I'm like, buddy, I'll get the car. I'll drive the car into this park. And so I drove the car into the park and I started fixing this hoop. All these people were walking through the park and it was 50-50. I could feel the energy that they thought that I was stealing this net. I could feel that. But then my boy was like, my daddy's fixing this net. So just through that ripple of this thing of like, hey, I'm gonna fix this, not just for us here, but for every single person that comes to this basketball court in the community afterwards, that innate wisdom, that purpose that I have, has now activated the strangers walking past the road, my boy that is sitting there, and then everyone that has come to that court and realized that that basketball hoop was broken. Now it's fixed. So they're gonna feel activated, they're gonna feel a little bit more alive. Walking into a service station, if I put a smile on somebody's face, activating happiness. So that word activate can go and move and shift through every single thing that I do within my life. And it is just my innate wisdom. So now I want to put the question back to you is, do you know what your purpose is? Are you allowing yourself to fully live and embody that purpose? Like myself, I just put my hand in the air. 12 months ago, I wasn't letting that word activate really land. What I used to say is empower. But for me, activate was literally, it's more than empowering, it's activating. And so I want to put this question to you. Are you embodying your purpose? Are you being the soul's expression, your fullest expression of yourself? Are you living your soul's purpose? If you're not, why is that? For me, I had to do some work because I still had somebody up on a pedestal and I wasn't seeing myself in my own glory, within my own light. And I just want to pass it back on to you that can you see yourself in your own glory? You deserve to see yourself in your own glory. It is your birthright and your soul's signature to live this life to your fullest expression. And every single way you go, know that you're on purpose. Even in the times that are fucked up, that have been challenging, that have been adversity, if you take a 40,000 foot view up of your life, and you look at all of those markers, they got you to this exact moment, watching this exact transmission. This means that you are always on purpose. Even though if it doesn't look like or feel like that you're figuring it out, the universe, that divine intelligence that flows through you has a unique ability to allow us to learn lessons in the most mysterious ways. So I say that in these times that is not quite going how you think as an individual, how you think it should be, just know that it actually is. And that in these moments where it doesn't actually go to plan, how you thought, there is a greater plan for you. Now, if you can understand that there is a greater plan for you, you're tapping into this innate wisdom, this purpose, this soul signature expression within you. If you can tap into that, in these moments of failure, in these moments of adversity, we can now sift for the gold. What is life trying to teach me right now? What is the lesson in this? When we can start looking at life and opportunities and experiences and challenges and failures like this, life then becomes a game. Life doesn't then happen to us. And if life happened to us, it's what we're calling this victim mentality. Now life happens for us. So every single moment of every single day is an opportunity to live your soul's purpose, which is to live your fullest expression. Please allow yourself the permission to let go of these masks, take down the walls and live life as full as you can. Now, if you want to take this to a whole nother level, what if you knew that you only had 12 months to live? If you knew you only had 12 months to live, would you start living life at its fullest expression? Would you stop giving a fuck what your parents thought, what your partner thinks, what society thinks? Would you stop worrying about and stressing about what other people are going to think of you, how weird you are, how outrageous you are, how crazy you are, how big you are, how full on you are, how passionate you are? Would you stop worrying about that if you knew that you only had 12 months to live? Exactly. You would. It's like, yeah, man, I'd go. I'd hit every bucket list. I would just make every day, every moment, every single one of them count. So why? If you knew you were going to have 12 months to live and you would then live your fullest expression, we all know that we are going to die. So 12 months, 70 years, it's no different. There's no different. Only difference is the time it's going to take you to get there. So please, for your soul, for your family, for yourself, for the community, for humanity, start living life to your fullest expression. The world needs that more than ever. The world needs people to be coming from this place. Out of here, and then into here. I hope.